What is up, fellas? Uh, I've been watching these replays from the other clan, and a couple things that I want to point out, and I don't remember exactly which ones. Uh, I've been doing this a lot lately too, but just right before you drop your healer, sending in a loon. I don't know if this was a fresh hit or not, uh, but you'll see a pattern here. You see a lot of this on YouTube, but notice the sequence of these attacks. First, let's look at the army comp. He's got 16 bowls, 3 witches, 1 baby drag, 6 healers, 2 loons, 2 minions. Don't know exactly what's in a CC, but 3 rage, 2 jump, and a freeze. And watch the sequence of deployment. Just throughout this video, just pay attention to that. So we go queen, loon, 5 healers, and then Warden comes down, 1 rage. Now watch this. And then the eagle targets the giant. Now watch this. Giant's still alive. Eagle doesn't hit anything but a giant. Now the mass of the herd is making the entry. And then watch. Here comes the Warden ability on the second EA drop. Rage. Freeze the backside. Another jump. Just that kind of sequence almost took that eagle out of play. You know, that eagle didn't do anything. It killed a giant. And most of these raids are saving this baby for the end. There's usually like a couple minions and a baby. But there's not much left to get. He can pick up these storages over here with a minion and baby dragon probably down here. Wait till the baby dragon gets about here and then loon to that, but he drops the loon with it. Probably could have got a little bit more. Wait till the warden locked on to the baby and then he could have sent the loon at the warden, because that baby's probably never going to make it to the warden. But 62%, not bad. And then number 2 here, again, a little bit different, but pretty much the same. We got 14 bowlers, 3 witches, 5 minions, 6 healers, 2 loons, 6 wall breakers, 4 arch. So a little more cleanup type troops and 1 less jump. Still don't know what's in a CC. So we're going to run this. Again, watch the deployment. We're going to come in with the queen. The loon was probably late there. This was actually quite comical, and this attack didn't go as planned. You can kind of tell that he wanted to walk this way, and you'll know that by this rage drop. He was expecting to pinch in and start having multiple defenses firing, and he was that was going to be a really heavy DPS zone, so he was prepared for that. Then his healers hit a Sam, and so he's going to send another loon. It's 2 Sams to the healers. He sends this loon. It's coming in. Another Sam to the healers. And the loon, neither one of his loons did shit. That's funny. But like 3 Sams hit those healers. And he even had preparations for it. But like, okay, so he basically swagged a rage. He's lost 2 healers, or 3 healers. And he's still alive, man, you know, I mean, and see, this sequence, to me, wasn't as impressive, but it did seem like he was, Not necessarily improving. He probably wanted to enter over here, queen side. But like right here, how do these... I guess the bowlers are in rage and under GW, but like, wow. Just didn't seem like he had enough in the core to get that all that HP, but he did. So we'll speed it up. So I don't feel like the sequence went as planned, but one of the points that I want to make in this video is that sequence order and what the EA, when it activates, it's almost as if these guys with this comp, because they're using this comp over and over, it's almost like they know that if I go queen, 5 healers, loon, drop the warden, then 1 rage, and then drop my CC, and then drop 1 more unit, that 1 more unit, if it's a giant, it'll activate the EA based on the count that triggers the EA. So it's almost like they're doing that intentionally. And then pairing that with the jumps, the rages, and the GW ability, it's almost like they have this sequence down packed. It's not on every one of these replays, but it's very consistent. That last replay went a little bit off plan, so I don't think that the sequence went according to plan. He had to improv a little bit. So here again, 14 bowlers, 3 witches, 1 baby, 2 loons, 4 wall breakers, 6 healers, 3 rage, 2 jump, 1 freeze. Very reminiscent of these other comps we're seeing. So let's watch this sequence as well. So we should see, and there's not really great places for Sams here, so we may not see a loon come down at the start. That's a better place for a Sam over there on the corner, and he gets one. So these bowlers and witches just creating a funnel. He's going to send the remaining behind the heroes here. I really liked, watch what he does with his second jump. Like he's getting into this, the eagle's right there. You know, you would think that he would want to do something about that, thinking that they're going to wall bang, but he just is patient. He lets that inferno drop. He lets them walk this U-shaped compartment, and then he's going to get that jump down on the queen. So really like that. Had he put that jump to get to the eagle quickly, his kill squad would have split. He wouldn't have got as much spell value. There's a giant bomb. He uses ability on GW, really good there to prevent that big bomb from doing damage. But look at this. I mean, to me, you know, when he got after that first jump and he kind of was stalling at that U compartment by the eagle, it started to look pretty shady. But look at this, you know, he's cleared the backside, and you know, I think something about like this attack that makes it strong, in my opinion. It's the same reason why Bitch Slap is strong, is because of the healers. You know, when you can bring 4 to 6 healers, and especially the fact that they're, you know, we've seen on a replay, the first replay, that first loon took out 2 Sams. The second replay, there was 3 Sams that almost got taken out by the loons. That replay, 1 Sam got taken out of loons. We're having about 5 to 6 healers per raid. So when we can take out, you know, 2 or 3 Sams off the bat and not hurt any of our healers, and we have 6 healers, and you got all those bowlers and witches and queen and king, and that the healers can stick to later on in the raid. I mean, that just spells like meanness. So I think that's, in my opinion, what's making that really strong. And here, again, the same thing, but I think he gets the sequence right here. So we get the queen, the healers down. Again, similar comp. I mean, this comp every one we've seen so far is about 90% identical. We've seen a few cleanup troops be a hair different. One thing that I've been struggling with on like the bow witch attacks is I normally use like 3 bowlers and 3 witches to set my funnel. Here he had a P.E.K.K.A in the CC, and so that eagle's on the P.E.K.K.A. So it's probably going to take 2 rounds from that EA. Or maybe that was just 1. Maybe he's going to die. So I don't know if that was the best value there. But check out this funnel, you know. Very nice. I got some springs up there, I think. And I toss 1. I think I got like 3 springs on that side. I tossed 1 bowler and they were all bunched up. That's shit. Good freeze here. Queen hops in, takes out the Inferno. Poison down on the CC. I'm a little sick, guys, so I'm sorry about my voice. But see, that's the thing with these type of bases. Normally when you get through this top section, the back section has like hardly any DPS. So a queen walk, if you can get through this base with like some witches left over at the end, or a queen walk left over at the end, outside of wall banging, this is really good. Okay, so this guy's wall banging, and all he's got left, he had 1 arch and 1 whiz. He sets the arch down. He realizes it's going to take 5 days for that arch to break the wall, puts the whiz with it, but he probably got all the value out of that last 9 cap that he could. He waited till the queen got in range of the archer tower. Now he's going to be able to pick up 1 mortar over here, even though the queen's probably going to pinch up and help out. But that's about as much value as he could have got out of that loon. So really heads up, really good read there to finish with his cleanup. And now he's, if he had the time, that was 3. And I haven't watched this next one on Colleen, I don't think, but I would expect to see something similar. Yep, same army comp. So he's going to try to ride this queen, which is surprising. The way he dropped that queen and dropped the healers, it looks as if he intended to walk right. Because that's going to put these healers in air D range. Had he intended to come into this cubby, he probably would have positioned his healers more to 11 o'clock. That way, when the queen approached this air D, the healers wouldn't be in range. He's got to force an early rage just to kind of speed up the process of getting that air D, save his healers. Expo still on the healers. He's going to go ahead and start his funnel. And, so man, So whatever's in his CC, one thing I haven't noticed is what's been in all these CCs. I know one of them had a P.E.K.K.A, one of them had like giant bowls. I feel like they're getting some decent value out of this this freeze on these attacks. I mean, really good patience with like the warden ability on these, like the hit on, I think one of the hits on Spanx, I think it was, whichever one where I pointed out their jump. I the patience on that GW ability was really good on that attack. Personally, like, I would have blown it. Blew my load a lot sooner on that GW ability on that attack. But she's going to be coming around here and still got the freeze. So really nice job there. And again, might have been 3 had he had the time. So yeah, guys, I think I actually brewed this puppy up. I need to go. I just donated some loons. That's why my loons aren't there. But I'm gonna give it a whirl and test it out and see how it goes. But anywho, guys, yeah, man, they were pretty strong attacks. If you can get your 11v11 hits in and put up those type of percentages, it's going to be really tough to beat. Forced us to have to go for an 11v11, and yeah, it was the difference in war. Had all we needed was a 2-star there and could rely on percent, it would have been, we probably could have done it. But anywho, hope that's helpful, guys. Hope you learned something pretty interesting. And the fact that they all had anti 3-star bases with their town hall on the outside, they weren't worried about these scout attacks, these 10s coming up and getting the 2 stars. They intend on getting some 11v11 3s based on the way their bases are designed, and we can see, I said before war even started, I said, man, these guys are planning on bossing up on these 11v11s. They plan on bringing the heat, and sure enough, man, I mean, it was a couple 90s, couple 80s, I think. We'll just look at the percentages one last time. But they had a 62 there, a 69, 98, 87, 91. So that's pretty damn strong. And then, I mean, 55, 58, 61. You missed it there, missed the 2-star there, and then 84%. So, and that didn't have an eagle. But anywho, yeah, really strong hits there. Catch you on the next one, fellas. Peace.